Welcome to lesson 8 of Automotive Electrical and Electronics Basics. This lesson we would be learning about Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? And some worked out examples, automotive applications, and power and watts law. Ohm's law states a relation between three things. One is voltage. Voltage is a pressure by which electrons are flowing through a conductor, which is called as current, and the resistance is in opposition to the flow of current, which we have learned in previous lessons. What Ohm's law states that voltage across a conductor is directly proportional to current if resistance is remains constant. So let us understand a circuit where there is a source. Let us put it as positive. Then there is a conductor, there is a load, and which goes to ground. Let us consider it is 12 volt circuit which has 3 ohms. Okay, in that case for 12 volt there will be a certain amount of current flowing through that. For say it is 4 ampere. But if you increase this voltage to 24 volt, then this the resistance remains same, then the current will be increasing. For 24 volt it may be around 8 ampere. What Ohm's law states that the voltage across a conductor is directly proportional. Directly proportional means if voltage is increasing, then current will increase and vice versa. It, so here in a circuit, if you increase the voltage, the current increases. If you reduce it, current reduces. If at all, if you are changing the resistance accordingly, this voltage is maintained same means the current will be varying. Now, is it Ohm's law applicable for every circuit? It is not applicable for every circuit. It is applicable only for linear metallic conductors, and for diodes and non-linear things it is not applicable. It is temperature dependent also. Temperature dependent means you know some materials are NTC, some materials are PTC. What will happen? NTC material, when temperature increases, the resistance reduces. In PTC, when temperature increases, resistance increases. See, we have seen if resistance increases or reduces, then there will be a change in current and current, because we are maintaining the voltage as constant. So it is not applicable. So it is applicable only where when the temperature remain constant. And non-linear devices like what you call semiconductors and the lamps which is producing heat and the thermistors, this is not Ohm's law is not applicable. So it will not work in electrolytes where the current is flowing or the gas discharge from the tubes. Some physical conditions also, once there is a variation, then it will not be. You know that we already learned about piezoelectric. Piezoelectric means when you exert pressure, electricity is produced. We have learned about magnetic field. So magnetism, electricity and magnetism basics we have learned, and these places also Ohm's law is not applicable. To learn Ohm's law easily, there is a magical triangle where we have put voltage on the top and current and resistance. What is Ohm's law? There is a relation wherein V is equal to IR. Now, if you don't know one thing, don't know means I am just going to hide V. We don't know V. Then what is this V? We don't know. V is equal to I into R. So consider that if you don't know I, then what is I? I is equal to V. This is V divided by R. And if you don't know R in a circuit, then R we don't know, V divided by I. R is equal to V divided by I. This is a magical triangle wherein easily if you are not able to derive it from mathematically, you can derive these formulas using this magical triangle. Now let us learn some application or some workout examples. So let us put a Ohm's law here. What is Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that P is equal to IR. We have magical triangle also, V, I, R. So consider a circuit with a load, ground. So our vehicles are having 12 volt. Say, let us consider it is as 3 ohms. So what is current? Current is equal to V by R is equal to V is how much? 12 volt. R is how much? 3 ohms. So what is the current? 12 by 3, 4 ampere. Now let us increase this voltage to 24 volt. And this remains same. So what is current now? 24 volt divided by 3 ohms is equal to 8 ampere. This is exactly what Ohm's law says. If your voltage is increasing, then the current also increases. 24 volt, how much we got? 8 ampere. So it is directly, voltage is directly proportional to current. Now let us work out some more examples. So consider this circuit having a load which is having 12 volt, and here we have already learned how to calculate the current. Now think that this circuit is having 3 amperes. So what is the resistance of this load? V is equal to IR, R is equal to V by I. How much is V? 12 volt divided by 3 ampere is equal to how much? 12 by 3, 4 ohms. In another circuit, just let us consider another circuit. This has a load of 6 ohms and it has a current of 2 ampere. And what is the voltage given applied here? If you don't know what is V, V is equal to I into R is equal to 2 into 6 is equal to 12 volt. So if you know two things, if you know V and I, you can find R. If you know I and R, you can find V another way. This is the simplest way of learning the Ohm's law. Now what is an application of Ohm's law in automotive circuits? We understood that voltage and current is dependent. Okay. In case in a circuit like a headlamp circuit, which, so let us understand a headlamp circuit, we have 12 volt and consider that the headlamp circuit has, the headlamp has 3 ohms resistance. So what would be current? 12 by 3, 4 ampere. That means this particular headlamp will work fine if you give 3 ampere, sorry 4 ampere. In case by virtue of any corrosion or anything, the resistance increases. The resistance, for an example, if this resistance is increasing, it goes to 4 ohms. Then what will be the current? 12 by 4. 12 by 4 is 3. So then the current reduces. Once current reduces, then this light will become dim. So what you have to do, check for the resistance. If there is a bad earth or any other resistance, clean and replace and rectify the wire. Similar way, if you find any parasitic drain in a battery, parasitic drain means your current would be increasing, correct? The current is increasing means it will exert a resistance, thereby the function of the component will go off. Then how to check the parasitic drain? You plug by one the fuses, you will come to know where the drain stops. So next one is about the temperature dependent resistors. Temperature dependent resistor, in case if temperature increases with a certain the resistance increases with a certain temperature, then ECU will be calculating with a map of particular temperature. If it is increasing, resistance increases. When resistance increases, then what will happen to the current? Current will be reducing, or voltage signals will be reducing. Hence it will pick it up a wrong information. So measure the sensor resistor as per the comparing. There is a data specification sheet that we will be learning when we will go for engine management system. In case we have considered this, in case a circuit which has 12 volt and which has a bulb of 3 ohms, then the current would be 4 ampere. We already learned. Now, in case if there is a short circuit, which is short circuit means the circuit will become, this resistance will become 0. So if resistance is becoming 0, then what will happen? I current is equal to 12 by 0, which will become infinity. The current will become infinity. That means the fuse will blow off. So hence you have to find out where the resistance, if there is a short circuit, that those details you will be learning it when we will go for the circuits. Now let us relate with the two circuits. One is Ohm's law. Ohm's law is nothing but V is equal to IR, and one more is about the Watt's law. Watt's law states that P is equal to VI, where P is the power. What is power? When you go and buy a bulb, they will be telling that okay, 60 watts bulb. What is this? Is power. 60 watts, that is a unit. So power is equal to voltage into current, whatever the current is there. Once we put it together, so you think that if you are having a 60 watts bulb, if it is working on 12 volt, what is the current on? 5 ampere. So similar way, other derivative of this is about the current, other derivatives there for the voltage by this. From here we can derive to this. How it is? P is equal to V into I. But as per the Ohm's law, what is V? IR. So let me substitute that values. IR into I is equal to I square R. So you can derive to all the formula by using your Watt's law, which is P is equal to VI, and your Ohm's law, which is that V is equal to IR. In this lesson, we have learned about Ohm's law, the magical triangle, and some worked out examples, and Watt's law. So next lesson we will be learning about the building blocks of an electrical circuit. What is electrical circuit? What is a source? What is a conductor? What is a load? What is a protection and controlling devices, and ground. Please consider subscribing the channel. Thank you for watching.